Hey there. First things first, for all of you who are wondering how I ended up in your subscription feed, is probably like this.
In the sweltering heat of an Atlanta summer, a quarter-century-old mystery began to unravel. The year was 1999, and the city was about to be plunged into a gruesome
Alright, cue intro. Today we're talking about YouTuber and streamer, Norme? I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, but having his YouTube live shut off after being awake for over 250 hours, ex-YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki has tragically passed away from her fight with cancer, and a plane crash resulting in the loss of all 62 passengers on board. All in today's, did I intentionally mean to make today just heartbreaking? What the hell? Episode of... But before we get going, if you're new here, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Keep yourself in the know of what's going on in the world around you. Oh, actually, honorable mention that I saw today. Sadly, it is another death. But as it turns out, Rachel Lillis, the original voice actor for both Jessie and Misty, has passed away at the age of 46. Seeing how you clicked on a guy wearing a comic book shirt, I imagine she had just as much to do with your childhood as mine. So just wanted to throw that out there. I just wanted to spread the news and let everybody know. We're getting old, people.
YouTuber and streamer Norme had a live stream ended and removed by YouTube after streaming for 250 hours straight in an attempt to break a self-declared streaming record.
So, I'm not entirely familiar with Norme, but it appears that he was around 12 hours away from hitting his 265-hour goal when YouTube swooped in and pulled the plug on his stream. They cited a violation of community guidelines, which isn't too surprising given that Norme had been live for over 10 days with his condition visibly deteriorating. It's almost as if sleep deprivation is like a form of torture or something, and should be prohibited under like international law. Also, I think Mr. Beast just got called out for this, no? Imagine spending over 250 hours awake, broadcasting yourself slowly unraveling to the internet. It's as concerning as it is captivating. And clearly, YouTube wasn't keen on letting it continue under their watch. Cause like, they're not gonna incentivize people to commit acts of torture on themselves or attention. Now, YouTube didn't just stop the stream, they wiped out all the VODs, the video on demand for those that don't know, from the marathon attempt, basically erasing it from existence. However, they left his channel up, which, lucky for him, cause international law violations and all. Apparently, Norme isn't the quitting type either. Instead of calling it a day, he jumped ship to the other streaming platforms like Kick and Rumble to keep the show going. Kick, to their credit, seems to have shut him down pretty quickly. But Rumble seems to have let it slide, at least as of recording, the VOD was up. I'm not sure if it is anymore. Editor, do the thing. Yeah, there it is. Is it up? Oh my god, it's either still there or not. I don't know. I'll know by your comments and react. You know, even though it was up, gotta give the Rumble viewers some credit here too. From what I saw in the comments, a lot of people were against the idea of him doing this and afraid he's gonna do some permanent damage, which, yeah. Yes, that is definitely a possibility. Also death. But what do y'all think? Was this the right move for YouTube to pull the plug? Yes, it was. There's no debate here. And Rumble should go take it down. I mean, look, they already did, or didn't. This doesn't need to become a thing.
Former YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki, a trailblazer in the tech industry and one of Google's earliest employees, has passed away at the age of 56 after a 2-year battle with lung cancer.
The tech world is mourning the loss of Susan Wojcicki, a woman who played a monumental role in shaping the digital landscape as we know it. Susan wasn't just another executive, she was one of Google's first 20 employees, which means she was there when the entire concept of a search engine was still an idea taking shape in a California garage. She's been a part of Google's DNA since the beginning, helping it grow from a startup to a global powerhouse. / cabal. Kidding. Her journey through Google eventually led her to the helm of YouTube, where she served as the CEO for nearly a decade. During her tenure, YouTube evolved from just another video sharing site to a massive social platform that's now a central part of the global culture. But her leadership wasn't without challenges. Under her watch, YouTube did face intense scrutiny over issues like misinformation and harmful content. Well, that hasn't changed, but which have become major talking points in the conversation about online platforms and their responsibilities. The decision to step back from her role last year was met with both surprise and understanding. She cited her health and her family as the key reason, which if you didn't hear, she also lost her son a few months ago, which is just fucking heartbreaking to this family. The tech community is reacting to the news with an outpouring of grief and respect, with Google CEO Sundar Pichai describing her as a core to Google's history and someone who made a tremendous impact on the world. Her husband's tribute was heartfelt, painting a picture of a woman who wasn't just a powerhouse in tech, but also a devoted mother of 5 and a beloved partner. So let's all say goodbye one last time to the woman who all YouTubers, both big and small, owe everything to.
Brazilian rescue teams have recovered the remains of 62 passengers from a plane crash in Sao Paulo.
So this accident is gripping not just because of the sheer loss of life, but also due to the many unanswered questions surrounding it. The Vopaz plane, an ATR-72 twin-engine turboprop, was making its way to Sao Paulo's international airport when it suddenly crashed, taking the lives of all 62 people on board. Right now, the authorities are focusing on several key areas: the potential for severe icing, the plane's condition, and the crew's actions, or rather, lack thereof. Apparently, the pilots didn't issue a distress call or report any weather-related issues, which raises red flags about what was going on in the cockpit. Eyewitnesses described the aircraft as entering a flat spin and plunging vertically to the ground, which suggests something catastrophic happened mid-flight. The plane's black boxes have been recovered, and now they're in the hands of Brazil's Air Force, who's analyzing the data and will determine the exact cause. Now, this process could take a little while, but it's crucial for understanding whether it was the result of icing, mechanical failure, or human error. Although experts have noted that while icing could be a factor, the flat spin and vertical drop suggest more of a complex scenario. Now, a massive red flag is the history of ATR-72 crashes, with over 470 deaths associated with various models of the aircraft since the 1990s. The manufacturer, ATR, has stated that they're fully cooperating with the investigation, but I don't know. Airlines and investigations never seem to produce anything of substance, so do with that what you will. On the ground, the recovery and identification process has been grueling for the families. Authorities have been working with the families of the victim using their medical records to help identify them. And obviously, there's been an outpouring of grief as families gather to claim and bury their loved ones. Just remember that statistically, flying is still one of the safest modes of transportation. Just these people building them seem to obviously care a lot more about profit than our lives, so. And obviously, all my love and thoughts to everybody that we talked about today. And on that piece of, nope, not appropriate to me here. I'll just catch you on Wednesday.